I'm feeling okay at work now.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
not too yeah, I did move through that initial
Did you? Yeah.
and now I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I think not doing training straight away and having this kind of more uh sort of relieving role where I jump around a bit probably is a good thing for me.
Yes. Yeah.
To learn more about the job and confidence and also flexibility.
Yes.
Some think I'm not good at being flexible or I don't do. And I did something very uncharacteristic of me. I went to the welcome drinks for the new group of doctors. So I don't know, I'm just trying to do more things that I normally just avoid doing for no real reason.
Okay. And how was that?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Good. Yeah. So you're getting to know a few people.
Yeah, I think so. I'm in large groups. One of my sort of habits is I'm not really good at like jumping between conversations because I get really overwhelmed. It's just you know, when you're sort of sitting in the middle of a table and you could go to one side or you could go to the other. I hate having that choice because I don't really know like one set of people more. And then I'm like, oh no, but I was right next. Anyway, so just silly social things.
Good to manage.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds really good. Yeah. 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 Did you go to your dancing this week?
I did. Yeah.
And like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually saw someone I knew yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Which was a bit funny, but I'm really liking it. I'm really
good. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you ever do a lot of dancing? Is that
I still do a lot of dancing. I go dancing twice a week, and I've also been to the 2 ballerinas and did a jazz ballet class with Dale Pengelly.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he's in Perth at the moment doing some sort of thing. So, but yeah, so I love dancing. That's my favourite, apart from singing. My other favourite thing. So,
it's something that I haven't ever spent much time on, but I'm really enjoying. It's just something very free about dancing.
Oh, there it is, and it's an expression of your spirit. So, yeah. Yeah, it's another way of getting yourself out, of yourself, kind of like and letting your feelings out and things. And so, yeah.
It's another, like, I really have to push through my self-consciousness to do the movements.
Yes. Yeah.
But I think behavioral change is probably the most effective way to work through.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And just is it the moving gets you out of the old patterns and things, whether it's dancing or Feldenkrais or singing or whatever. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. So you're moving forward. I can see you're blossoming. Going out.
I also had another question. You can tell me if this is silly or not. I don't know how practical it is, but I was thinking about maybe doing Feldenkrais training at some point.
There's one starting in September.
Yeah.
It was going to be starting in February, but now it's going to be later. So
I was thinking, I don't know, should I how much of a time commitment was it when you were training?
We had a month twice a year, and I think it's something like that now, but because I do more online stuff, it might be a little bit less than that. I guess I can do, like, it's wonderful now. They give you, you go to the training, but to get all all the tapes, like all the videos and stuff, and you can go home, and then they have groups over the Zoom because people are in different states and things. It's a wonderful thing. It'd be wonderful for you to do it. It's just an amazing experience. Really, yeah. I've got another one of my clients up the coast who's going to do the training as well, and got another one in Brisbane who's also thinking about it. So yeah, but it is just
I really like the work we're doing, and I think the more I do it, the more I think, I don't know, it just feels really right.
Yes, yeah. I'm delighted. I think it'd be great. It'd be wonderful doing that, and just sort of, So I can send you some information about it if you want, the training that's on, and write that down.
I remember looking at the application form last year.
Okay.
But I need to have a look at it again.
Yeah, that's training. Yeah. I've been thinking, like, it doesn't start till September. I've been thinking about a few people who are really interested in Feldenkrais and doing, I mentioned that before, but just I've got to sort out my living situation. I can't do things from here, but I'm thinking of like my family my son just moved back here and not really ready to buy a unit yet. So I'm thinking of renting something and just then having my own space, and then when they're ready, or if not, if they're not, it's the real estate, the properties are going up incredibly, so this seems out of proportion to what's real, and so I'm thinking of just renting, and then if I had that, I'd have my own space, and yeah.
Oh, I would come to any classes you run.
Yeah, okay. That'd be good. Yeah, and I can go more in depth and do, just show you more things. So that'd be good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good. Well, that's wonderful. So, what would you like to do today? Do you want to? There's some not sure. How's it been going with your singing and stuff?
I can't pick a song. I'm not sure why. I think there's something about singing that's just really brings up a lot of like discomfort to me. But I really want to work on it.
Yeah.
I've been noticing that they have been in general just making more noise, if that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, good. Your voice sounds stronger, like more, and with more, I don't know, not passion, but more, like more of you coming out, more inspiring, meaning your spirit's coming through more. So I can hear that in your voice. That's lovely. Yeah.
Oh, I feel so washed out today, but yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know. It's like I was really irritated and had a big sigh in the car, and I never usually make noises. I just
I
don't know. Maybe like humming a bit more. Just
That's good. Yeah, and it'll gradually come. Like the more it's sort of like somebody was telling me yesterday that somebody taught them so they couldn't use their right hand for some reason. They had to learn to write with their left hand, and within 6 months they could write perfectly with their left hand. But at first it was all sort of scraggly and things. So that's what happens. Well, he was pretty dedicated because he couldn't write with his hand, but just change happens once we focus on that and practice, and so that's all it is. And at first it's good, sort of you haven't got control over that, but with anything like the singing or dancing or anything else, it just gets better the more you practice. And so, and if you've not ever sung much, it's not going to be easy for you to. At first you'll feel really awkward. So what we could do is do some singing with sounds, not necessarily any songs with English words. I can just make up silly sounds, and I think that'd be a good way to go. So yeah.
If you have any, even in the future, if you have any songs that you would like to teach, I would be open to that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to take me a while to.
Yeah.
I can feel it in my chest. I just want to.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There is a little song that I like the nervous system has this pulse of going opening and closing and opening and closing, and that we on the course that we did, we looked at that, the sphincter action throughout the body. And there's a little song that Louise Hay, have you ever heard of her? She's written a book called Heal Your Life, and just anyway, she wrote this little song that goes doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing. I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. So that would be maybe a nice little thing we could do. Just, yeah.
My balcony door.
Okay. Yeah, I might
Too self-conscious.
Okay, can you still hear me when I haven't got the things on? It's yeah, do something with my hair.
Oh, did you get a haircut?
I have one. No, but I need one. My hair's going everywhere at the moment. I'll just put a little clip in my hair. Or I might leave this back on, I think. And so nobody's here at the moment, so I can I think I can get away without the microphone thing on. So that's why I have that on, so that I can't, there's everybody around usually, but they've all gone out this morning. So yeah. Okay. So are you happy to start doing something? Yeah. So just come and stand up. Now, can you still hear me back here?
I can, yes. I'm just standing my.
Right. Okay, so I'll put that here so I can. Okay, so first of all, I want us to tune up the instrument of the voice, which is the body. So let's just do some little shaking. Jumping around. And let's go. Wee! Wee! Woo! Yeah. Okay, and then just do some little twisting side to side, looking around in all directions, seeing behind you. And then your eyes lead the movement. So your eyes lead your head, and your head leads your shoulders. Then the arms start swinging, and you feel your chest moving, and your pelvis, your waist area turning, and your pelvis. And feeling how your feet, the weight shifts in your feet from one foot to the other, and you kind of like swivel on the toes of one foot and the heel goes out. Oh, you might find you have a little yawn. Okay, so just reminding your body that here you are, this beautiful sunflower, and you're open to the sunlight, and your roots are planted in the earth. So just feeling your feet on the ground, noticing your toes, your soles of your feet, your heels, feeling how that you're like this beautiful sunflower with your roots planted down into the earth, and feeling that with your in-breath, you're breathing into your lower belly, and then sinking down into the earth, letting your knees bend a little bit on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, pressing your feet into the floor, feeling the arches in your feet lift, your pelvic floor engage, and blowing out the candle. So you're breathing in and breathing out. You're breathing in and breathing out, and feeling this energy coming up through your body. As you're breathing in, you're drawing the light down into your body, and as you're breathing out, you're breathing up, taking that energy up through your body. Breathing in, drawing down, and breathing out. And then breathing in, and let's make a sound with that, like a ooh. Breathing in. Whee! And imagine you're a diver, like, you're just diving, just jumping down onto the board, and then you're as you press down onto the board flips you up, and the sound goes out. So the sound is kind of going out like that, coming up from your feet and up and over and out, right out like to the horizon, if you can see out. So you're going, breathing in and going out. Whee! 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 And taking the sound right out. Whee! So when we go to speak, often we don't project it out because we're, afraid or whatever. And so the sound kind of goes plop. But it's this sense of that. And then even as you're talking to somebody, that the sound is coming up through you and being thrown out like that, being propelled out like that. Okay, so let's now imagine that you've got a hula hoop. You ever seen those hula hoops that kids have? And you just got this little hula hoop and you're just going, wee, in one direction and then in the other, wee. And then placing your hands on your ribs here and just taking a breath in again, breathing out and pushing out and going, zzz, 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 ka, 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 and then just a quiet shh, 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 and then letting your arms just coming up, like making, and imagine that this movement is happening as if you have your one hand here on your ribs, and as you're lifting up, you're kind of like pushing your ribs in as well, and the other hand, you're pushing your ribs in and pushing your ribs in. And then you could also have, as you're going up, you could put the hands on the other ribs and kind of push your ribs out. So you're feeling how that can happen, and you're pushing and you're going, ah, ah, ah. And then with the other hand, ah, ah, ah. And just resting from that. So we're like coming up through the body. We've got the feet, the pelvic floor, the hips, this part of the body, and now up to our heart. So our heart is where our feelings are, and when we're wanting to express, you want that heart to be open. So a lovely way of doing that is just to spiral with the hand. So just bringing your hand up, looking at your hand and reaching up and out so your hand turns out. So you've got this, if I go back a bit. So you're reaching up, you're breathing in, and the energy is coming up from your feet, pressing your feet into the floor, and feeling that as you press your feet into the floor, your sternum can come, you can kind of like push into your sternum so it comes out. And breathing the other way. And just resting. And so all these little spiral movements are great just to free up, and then just making sounds with that. Yeah. Me. And looking at your hand, reaching up. Wow. Ba 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 ba. Z. Okay. And then letting your little shoulders roll around in one direction and making little sound, rolling in the other direction. Okay. Now, just can you just hang on a second? My grandson just came home, so okay. So now in the throat itself, to open the throat, remember that we've got the true vocal folds and the false ones come over. So and when we get nervous, those false folds come over. So we want them to retract. So just that like a yawn, smelling the flowers. And a smile that's coming from the back of your throat, not a cheesy smile from the front, but and again that sound is coming up from the root up you're going the diving, you're pressing down. Ah, 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 ah. And another lovely sound to open up that soft palate and lift the soft palate is the nya sound. So, yeah. Yeah. So we can start low and go high. Yeah. Or we can start high and go low. Yeah. And just again. Yeah. And then. Yeah. And then. And then so that these like a witch sound and moving your body so being silly and feel how the sound can move your body. Remember, laughing is a great thing to release your diaphragm. Okay, so let's just have a little rest. You might want to drink it. You've got something to drink, a little sip of something. When we do the voice work, the throat heats up. So people who smoke, they get all this heat in their throat and the vocal folds swell, and sometimes they get that raspiness in the voice. So not good for singers to be smoking, although a lot of them do. It's unfortunate, but anyway. Okay, so let's now we're just going to do some general. Just follow me. I'll just make a sound. I'll give you time to make that sound with it, and just like imagine that you're one of these women in the fields in Africa, and you've got your feet planted in the mud, and there's all these little lotus flowers or something in the water, and that you're just hoeing and hoeing them up. So you're going backwards and forwards. So you can come with me, backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. And getting your weight shift back, getting your weight shift forward. So I'll make the sound once and then I'll keep making it and you just join in when you can. Yippee-yay, yippee-yay. And you could go the other side. Yippee-yay, yippee-yay. Oh, yay, 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 oh, yay. So just keep swapping side to side. And you can even go to the side if you want, or just any little movements with your body. Oh, yay, oh, yay. Narembo, 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 narembo. Oh, yay, narembo. Oh, yay, narembo. Oh, yay, narembo. Oh, yay, narembo. It's a quiet little movement. Babuncula, 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 IODA, 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 IODA. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Babuncula, 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 babuncula. IODA, 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 IODA. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Oh yeah, Narimbo. Babuncula, 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 babuncula. IODA, 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 IODA. And just stand and just feel. Anybody feels that I've got tingling going in my body. Yeah. Feel how the sound is energy that moves you, and just what can you feel, Irenie?
I just feel a bit more relaxed in my stomach.
Yeah. So that the sound itself moves energy, just the same as when we did the Feldenkrais movements. So moving sound, body together this helps to release those, breaks up the patterns and things in the body. Okay, so how was that for you? You felt okay doing it? You look like you.
Yeah, I surprisingly, wasn't too. I find that easier than being silly. Like when it's more structured, I'm a bit better.
Yeah.
Silliness just doesn't come natural. It feels really. It makes me really anxious.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to teach you this little song, and the process that I go through to do something is to do it with a nya sound first, because any time you sing, just doing something, either humming or doing the nya, will organize this area for the resonating chambers to open up. So it would start with nya 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 nya. And you make it like this. Nya nya nya. Yeah. It's a bit low for you, is it? Do you want a bit higher?
Oh, I can try it low.
I'll go a bit higher. Yeah. Yeah. Is that a better key, or you want it a bit lower? Yeah. How's that?
Good. I feel like my throat's my throat just feels funny.
Is it right? Might be. What about if I go higher? Let's try that. Yeah.
I don't know if you can go that high. I think I'm a pretty mid-range person.
Go lower.
Well, I don't think I can go high or low.
No. I'm just trying to find where your voice is comfortable. So we go, yeah. Does that feel okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go my tiny little bit higher. I might go, yeah. Yeah. And then the same again. That's your body move. And then the words that go with that are just simply doors opening, doors closing. And you can think of that opening. Doors opening, doors closing. 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 How was that?
Oh, it feels sorry, subconscious, Rhonda.
You're doing well. Okay. Can you go on? Are you getting tired?
I think I can do it.
Okay. All right. So the next part is this is the yan. It's like three blind mice. Three blind mice, but it's just yan. 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 So it's the same, but a two beat thing. Yan. But the first one is yan. It's your body move. So you even press your feet into the floor and it's like take steps from one side to the other. And so the words for that are I am safe, it's only change. 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 So how was that? Good, you got it well. Okay, so let's do the whole lot of it now. Doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing. I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. Doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing. I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. And in the I am safe, it's kind of, you can imagine that you're walking forward, you know, sort of like cross crawling with, I'll come back a bit. So I've just got, oh, hang on, turn that down. So I'm just going, I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. Doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing. I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. Doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing. I am safe, it's only change. I am safe, it's only change. Just stand and feel. Notice your breath, how your body feels. And just let that settle, like that sense of listening to yourself and the quiet space. The stillness, like you're coming back into that stillness, the spirals coming to the center. How's that feeling in your body?
I feel like there's more energy flowing.
Yeah.
Like a little bit less stagnant.
How's the critic?
Well, it's very much present and alive. I just think, I mean, I don't sound very good and I'm very skilled. I feel like I'm wasting your time.
Oh no, it's fun. I like doing that. Playing silly, playing games. It's good for me as well. So, yeah. Yeah, so give the critic a job. Just get the critic to say, listen, I really want to learn this. Can you help me get the notes and get the feeling of the song? So give it a little job, and sort of, and the way with the critic is just to feel that compassion for yourself, and just know that it doesn't have to be perfect, and we're just playing and being silly, and like sounding was that once, you know, like people saying to let go, to express their feelings, you know, and I think Native people do that all the time. They connected to the earth and they sing and let the feelings out and things. But we've turned it into something that's has an expectation of having to be a certain way, but it's not really. And we're just getting in touch with our natural expression of ourselves and the feeling of the silliness of the song. And yeah.
The more I did it, the more I was comfortable with.
Yeah, just the opening up and that, like you might get mucus in your throat at first and little things. Yeah, because it's clearing of all that. And sort of, like if I know I've got to sing on stage somewhere, I do lots of practice. So I can't just suddenly get up and sing, even now. Like I just, you have to practice, you know, just like clear the channels, open everything up. It's just like you're running a race or something, you need to practice. You can't just get up and off you go. So.
You have such a beautiful, rich voice. Like it feels like it's coming from a really deep.
Yeah, from the whole body. That's what it is, singing the bones. And just so that's what the course was about, to help you free up everything, so that so the singing comes from deep down and goes, it has all the colors of the voice through. So like once I used to sing like that song, like Doors opening, doors closing, doors opening, doors closing, which was nice and sweet, but it was coming from here, not doors opening, doors closing. Same note, but a richness that comes through. So yeah, but you know, you're getting there, and just with you, just have that capacity. It's just believing in yourself and playing with it and letting it and hearing the sound resonate in different parts of your body. You'll start to feel it, and you'll start to feel where it isn't resonating and how to.
I think the movement was good because what I wanted to do was freeze up and
yes, and it's like in native cultures, that's what they do. They move. They never sing like this. You know, it's always moving their bodies and yeah, and just there's a really lovely video. I think it's on YouTube called "When the Moment Sings." I'll see if I can find the link to it, but you probably could find it yourself. When the Moment Sings. Let's see if I can find it for you. And it shows all the how they had the rhythm, like developing rhythm and the sound that goes with that rhythm and everything in the African cultures and things. I think this was in Africa somewhere, and just showing how that develops and how the movement and the sound are very connected. And so that wiring isn't in our brain. In the Western society, we've learned to use the critic to shut down that connection between the body and the voice, you know, and our feelings and things. And so we're just waking that up really and coming into, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's something that I'm gonna try and put a lot of energy into this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping maybe it'll filter out into my life where I'll be able to speak up more.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You could find a little singing group. There's a lady called Irenie, who's great. She does singing this way, like moves the body and just sings, not professional singing in terms of, you know, like being in a choir, but it's more like being in a group of people who love to sing. And she does all sorts of African, Indian, those kind of songs as well. So her name's YA and I'll just send you something. And she's over I think she's over your way somewhere as well. So it's just something where you can just be able to sing, just like you're doing your dancing, you know, just sort of, yeah, it'd be really nice. And then in that group it's a very organic sort of thing. It's not you have to stand in a line like in a choir. You're just moving around the room doing your own thing and singing. And she's has that movement in her body as well and just sings that way herself and just yeah.
I can imagine myself feeling self-conscious, but I feel like that's the kind of thing I need to do.
Yes, yeah, she'd be great and just yeah. So yeah.
Do you think there's a connection? I mean, I feel like there is, but between the closing up of the voice and like closing up of the libido and just energetic connections to other people.
Yeah.
So kind of shut down in both those areas.
Yes. Yeah.
One or the other.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Did you say libido? Did you?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, well, that's very much, yeah. You think this is the pleasure center, the second chakra. And that's where pain is stored and the pleasure is stored. And we're filled with the pain. And your libido is just the ability to open to pleasure. And that's the center where the guilt is. We feel guilty and that we've done something wrong and it's our fault and all that sort of stuff that blocks that. So the movement, the dancing, the singing, and like when women have an orgasm, it's like that natural thing to go, let out those feelings and things. And so, yeah. Because it's like, that's what it is. It's this pulsing, and suddenly it lets go and the sound comes out. So that's, so masturbating is one way of, with sound, it's one way of freeing that energy as well. So, yeah.
I guess I ask because I don't if I were to masturbate, I essentially have to really make myself do it because I just don't have any
desire. Yeah.
Desire to.
Yeah.
And then I still find it's just very it's not a very whole body experience, and I just can't, I just can't.
Yeah, feel that. Yeah.
And I'm just wondering if this will help, and if there's like any other ways to.
Yeah, well, all the movements that we've done of the pelvis, all those sort of things to free up that area of your body. And the sounding from there, like, we breathe into the belly and go, ah, ah, ah. So all those kind of sounds help to open up that area. Yeah. Are you going out with anyone at the moment, or you that guy? Or, no?
I've stopped dating for a while. I don't know.
Stopped dating, yeah.
Like kind of just tired of it. I don't know. I find it really draining.
Yes. Well, it takes a lot of energy to be in a relationship. Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's multifactorial. One is that I do so much with my time. I kind of don't like seeing someone that you're not really sure about when you could be doing something else that I really want to do.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Time compromise. I mean, from living with a partner to living on my own, there's so much more I realized I could do.
Yes.
And I don't compromise on that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And the other part is I think I'm just uncomfortable with vulnerability. So I couldn't really, I don't know. I don't know if it's like, I don't think there's necessarily a right person, but I just found I didn't really want to give any of myself to anyone.
Yes. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So I think I'm not going to push it for now.
No. And just let things, like, you're loving yourself, giving that love to yourself, and just finding pleasure in your own body, and you're dancing and you're singing and doing love and cries and things like that. And just,
I guess I'm thinking that if I had a partner, I wouldn't really have as much time for this. This is kind of something I really need.
Unless you had somebody who was also working on themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like, I've met a man now who's just a month ago, and he's into him working on himself and doing things himself. So I see him, okay, like probably once a week, but not, not regularly, just sort of. And so after all this time, yeah. So, but it's now it's someone who's also not wanting a mother, not wanting, which a lot of men do, but wanting to work on himself and find himself as well. So, and just enjoying the time we have together. So, yeah, there are men around. Well, I think not many, but there are some.
I just think all the ones who are like that are already, in my world, already in a relationship.
Yes, yeah. You want someone that's going to be help make you open up to more of you, rather than someone who'll deplete you and you'll be giving to them. Yeah. So that's what you had before, and just sort of, yeah. So put that out there. So just and once you work on yourself, like, I wasn't looking for anybody either. I was quite happy on my own, and then suddenly this guy appeared. So yeah. I met him at the relaxation centre just before Christmas at it was like a dinner at the relaxation for the workers there, and just sort of so that's where I met him. And yeah, he'd actually been to my class about a year before, but I didn't connect with him then. So yeah, and when you have someone in a class, it's not you're not there for sort of meeting them or anything socially. So yeah. So yeah. But yeah. So the libido, like the ability to have an orgasm, is that ability to open. Like, when you have an orgasm, it's the opening, closing that happens. And if we're stressed, everything will close. And so that's why a woman in particular has to be very relaxed and to have a whole body stimulated first, not somebody to just go and fuck you. It's just kind of like, is a turn off. And most men don't know that, because they think that the sex is in the penis and that nothing, rather than that a woman needs to be made love to from the head down, not from the bottom up. So, or bottom, only getting to there and not the rest anyway. Just sort of, yeah. There's a really good book that I have not locked away, but it's in my packed away, by a lady called Shakti. She's a doctor who did a whole lot of stuff around women's sexuality and talking just exactly about that, that making love for a woman is from the head down, and that we can learn to pleasure ourselves, you know, like massaging, touching, you know, just from the head down rather than just thinking, focusing on the genitals. And so, and that for a woman, there's this connection between our own heart and the vagina. So, and this for us totally to be satisfied, that needs to be there. And with men, it's not that. They start with the genitals and in the lovemaking move up to the heart, but it's the other way around with women. So, yeah, or can be the other way around. And just, yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Long journey.
Yes, it is long. Do you have any other questions? Yeah. And always, like before I go to sing, before I do the warm-ups, I lie on the floor often and just lie and just feel how my body is. How does my body surrender to the floor? Are there any parts that are held up? And is my breath able to be free in my whole body? And then I'll just do little movements. I look at the 3 planes of action: the flexion, extension, rotation, and the sideways movements mainly. And then so just become aware of the sensations in my body and then focus on that particular area if I feel. Like sometimes it's my eyes that are tight, for instance, and I'll just do little eye movements, or sometimes my shoulders may be tight and I'll do things, you know, sort of, so you've got enough in your repertoire bag and a little tool to know that. And just, so at any time when you feel anxious, just coming to the floor, because that lowers your center of gravity. So you're going down, and that's the breathing, just feeling your feet on the floor, bringing that sphincter action back first, so your nervous system's in a calm state. And then you can do these little movements that I did with you today. So when you get the video of this, you'll be able to just go over. You can just even forward it to when we did the singing part and like the movement part, and then you can just follow along. And yeah.
I should do that. Yeah, thank you. Maybe I'll send you an email if I need help with the Feldenkrais application.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Okay, I'm really excited. It's gonna.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Yeah. So just you're opening and blossoming like a beautiful sunflower. Yeah. Yeah.
Much nicer in my body after doing that singing. Even
yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you today.
Okay, my pleasure. Yeah. Lovely. Any other questions before you go?
I've asked you a lot, but I might send you an email. I'm feeling very inspired recently.
Okay, oh good. That's wonderful. Yeah, it's lovely to see you smile. And just yeah, and know that, you know, as this exuberance and openness comes up, there could also be the old feelings come up as well. Just understanding that happens, we get kind of high, like, you know, spirit lifts, and then the light shines on any shadows that are still there. So just understanding that it may happen, and then if you feel the critic come up, the critic's just a sign that there's fear there, and there's a part that doesn't feel safe. So as you bring yourself back, like feeling in your heart, soothing the child, feeling your feet will bring you back and create a safe container, and then the critic can start to let go. So that's really probably one of the most valuable things I learned from Louise. Like often I couldn't feel when the subconscious feelings come up. I didn't identify them, but what I could identify was the critic, you know, trying to kill me off. And then realizing that what I needed was to go to the floor, find a safe space, breathe, do all those things to calm the child, and then the critic could start to just let go. Yeah. Because we can't kill off the critic. The critic's there for a reason. It comes up when we don't feel safe. And so the thing is, how do we create that safety for yourself? And sort of, yeah. And then now you could also use these movements and the sounds when the critic comes up, when the fear comes up, because the pain channel and the sound channel are similar channels in the brain. So they're just letting out those feelings, whatever it is, with sound and movement, that your body move and create sounds. Yeah. But you're doing really well. I'm very excited for you. It's lovely to see you blossoming. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So have a lovely day, and you just contact me when you want to see me again, or what?
I just need to check my timetable. Maybe
Yeah. Just let me know, and we can work something out. Yeah.
And I'll try really hard to pick a song.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you can't. I got hundreds of songs. Mightn't be. Yeah. And if it's a song, just an easy song, like that one was only got a couple of notes in it, that's something that's not too hard to do. So, yeah.
Sunday.
Okay, you too. I love happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, you must have gone to do something nice.
Okay, so give all that love to yourself today. Yeah. Okay. Lots of love. Bye.